In this tutorial I'll make this vintage lace picture frame. I'm going to use the standard tools within Gimp. I'll close this off. First we need to make a new brush. So we go to new and we need to a transparency one, so I'll click the advanced options and choose the transparency. You hit the down button and hit transparency and then click OK. Then we go and select the big brush because Gimp default to the fuzzy one. We click the brush tool and we put our brush in the center, just put a little marker there. We go over to the layers channel, right click the background layer and alpha to selection. Now we go to select and we shrink our selection by about 3 pixels. And then we hit the delete key on the keyboard, which takes away the center of that selection. Now we go to select and we grow it by the same amount that we took away, 3 pixels. Click OK. We go to edit and we copy it on the clipboard. We close that off, we don't require it anymore. Now we go back to edit and we paste as a new brush. It asks for a name, I got it in there, we call it a donut, and the file name donut, you just type both of those names in there and click OK. That puts it in your brush folder for you with its new name. Now it's already there and will always be there until you delete it. That other one beside it's the one we put on the clipboard. That's our clipboard brush. That won't be there in iModel 2. We go to File, we open a recent file, which is the Natalie Porterman. We go to my ellipse tool and I draw an oval around Natalie. Give yourself a bit of room on the edges, just drag it out and a little bit up the top. That's about right. Now that's selected, we go to edit and we copy it. That puts it on the clipboard. You can see it down here in the dialog. So we close that off, we don't require that anymore, we've got it on our clipboard. We go back to edit and we paste it back in. That saves you having to resize your picture and then making it oval to fit the frame. Now we have it there, we go to the image and we canvas size. We need to make it a bit bigger. The link's broken, so you click on there and join the link. Now you use the tumbler and increase the size. Just watch it fit the outer layers there, and then we click on center. That puts it in the center. That makes a new canvas for us. We resize, and that's our canvas, a resized one. We still have our layers boundaries, so we need to right click the top layer and layer to image size, and that puts it to the image size. I right click the top layer again and alpha to selection. That selects around the image. Now I make a new layer, click OK. That still takes the selection with it. I go to my blend tool, I choose the golden blend, which is already picked, and you just move the slider up and down until you've got your golden blend. Then you click on the bottom there and just drag your blend right up over the top. Now you go to select and shrink it by about 30. Make it 35 and click OK. Now I hit the delete key on the keyboard and it gives me my cutout. Now before I leave that selection, I go to edit and I go to stroke. I'm going to stroke it with a line and it needs to be 3 pixels. It normally defaults to 6, so you just use the tumbler to move it to what you want, which is 3. And I click OK. Stroke. It'll paint the inside of that with a pixel line with a pixel width of 3, and it'll be the foreground colour, which is black. So stroke and puts that nice border around there. Now I'll go to select and select none. Now I grab my magic wand tool and place a selection inside there. Now it's selected all the boundaries around there and the outer of our oval. So I go to select and I invert it. That puts it back to the oval. Now I make a new layer, click OK, and it still takes the selection with it. Now we go to our paintbrush tool, that's the little paintbrush there, and we need to change our spacings to about 75. Close enough. We choose our paintbrush, we've got our new donut brush. Now I go to select and I grow that by about 10 pixels, should make it okay. This all depends on the image you have. Now I go to edit and I stroke that with the brush tool this time. We click that radio button and now I click stroke, and that puts it all around Natalie there. Now I go to select and select none. Because it's got a layer of its own, it's completely separate from the rest of it, so I right click that layer and alpha to selection. That selects all little rings. Now I'll go back to my blend tool and just drag from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, and let go. Go into select and select none. Now if you want to put that on your scrapbook, you can save it or export it as a portable networks graphics, but in this tutorial I'll flatten the image to give it a white background. So I go to flatten image, and there's our old vintage type lace. And thank you for watching, and subscribe, visit my channel, and you'll find a printout on all the instructions.